Hey everyone, Alex here. I'm in my local park. It's a brisk 95 degrees, but it's a perfect time to do some FPV flying. I'm super excited about this video, not only because I'm going to be actually doing a full video on my FPV footage and flying around in the park, but I also finally got FPV goggles. So about the first year or so that I had my quadcopter, I was flying all line of sight because I just never got around to getting goggles. However, I saw a really good deal on Banggood a few weeks ago and decided to get the Skyzone 02X goggles. I flew with them a few days ago. It's a totally different experience from flying line of sight, and I'm just really excited to show you guys what it looks like. So a little about the gear I'll be using today. Of course, I've got the Skyzone 02X FPV goggles. I have the default dipole antenna as one of my diversity antennas because I don't have an omnidirectional antenna right now to use for it. However, I was able to upgrade one of them to this patch antenna, so that's going to help me increase my range. About the Skyzone 02X goggles, they have this neat little fan built in, so to keep your head cool. There's one thing that is pretty unique about these goggles in that they have this front-facing camera. This is special with the 02Xs. There's also a 02C version that doesn't have the camera. I honestly don't know if I'll be using the camera at all. It's kind of a weird feature. But the reason I got these goggles is that there was basically a greater discount, so they're cheaper. Some other functionality about the goggles that I'm definitely going to make use of are this DVR functionality right here. You can plug in an SD card and record your flight footage. There's also a bunch of buttons to go through all the menus. It's a little challenging at first to navigate through all the menus and know what button does what on each menu, but I mean, practice makes perfect, so the more you fly, the better you'll get at it. One other thing about the sizing of the goggles, they fit really well on my head. I don't really know what kind of head shape I have, but if your head's similar to mine, it's going to fit perfect. It's got this little cushioning so that you can really sink your eyes into the goggles. For this cushioning and for the goggles, I have absolutely no light leakage, so it's really neat. Also, the goggles just look really cool. I mean, there's this black edition, they've got the Batman fan, and I'm overall just super excited to have them. Also, I've got my QAV 250 quadcopter with a GoPro Hero 4, so that's what you're gonna see on the screen in a few seconds here. And I've just using my Spectrum transmitter that's linked up to my old Spectrum receiver. So now I'm going to just do some flying, sit back, relax, and enjoy this FPV footage.
Won't you take me home and give me wings to fly? We can be alone in the castle in the sky. We can run away and leave this world behind. Please just take me home to a castle in the sky. Castle in the sky. Castle in the sky.
Obviously, I'm not at the level of someone like Johnny FPV, but after flying for 1 week with these goggles, I had so much fun. They're definitely worth the investment, and I'm really happy of what I was able to do. I've been able to do some rolls and flips through line of sight flying, so I'm hoping to translate those skills over to FPV flying for one of my next videos. If you're someone like me who had been flying line of sight for a long time, I definitely recommend getting a pair of goggles. They're going to completely change the way you fly, and you're just going to have so much more fun. There are cheap versions of goggles that come around about $75. I personally would recommend getting a mid-tier goggles that are going to last a little bit longer and also just be better quality goggles, have lower latencies and stuff like that. I'm super happy about the Skyzone 02Xs. It's definitely going to be a good investment for me and my flying experience. If you want to get a pair of goggles like these, there's a link in the video description, as well as a link for the patch antenna that I use. Otherwise, thanks so much for watching. Let me know in the comments below what you thought. Not too bad for 1 week of flying. If you're interested in more FPV footage, make sure to subscribe to my channel down below. Thanks so much for watching, and stay tuned for the next video.